Sayala ye boya Dr. Dhammarati Pibare, Bianangan du Pibare, Damolo, Sayala, Tirawara ye Bora Lanzi Almabe, Bora Sabiri, Tata Yaong, Bimyaong, Tinja Beyond Damaka, Boli, Miyama Dazana, Luadeniari, Uleve, Miai Bambu Bini, Sayali the Babibare, Yama Bidin Lazaro Mobau, the drilling and Nangamareve, Jounda Nijarebo, the Sayali, Bono. Alum Yama Jaunarui, Sansi, Yala, Neo Jadon, Bono, the Gono Luacha Mashibo. Now Magudarama Johnny solution level, Yemi Bori, Lazan Siari, Lule now Sabo. The Bedeza Dana level, Dangaradi Lutabare, Yada Bambono, Bedeza Dana level, Lubitare. The Latin, Songoni level, the Yama Bagudarama John and Mopene, Janebo, the drilling at Johnny. Narugu Yamari Miadu need Hineboli, the BBU borders in Bali Takadoji, Pilia Koda Jambo, no Yamari Linga Chows around near Jama level, Sialia Lazan to Bibare. Yamaru to get Jesus Buni, Siali the Babchibare, Biana do Pibare, Biana Nanga do Pibare. Taya Dine Siali, Tinja Pime Gandiga, Brian Boroblan in bought in research study. Do it the na, Buyama, Pa when it, Bedana, Muso. Town trailer, Bedana Rivo, Sialia, Digane, Bono, oh, hand down a baby nebo. Do ye white book and the biro? Are a chain, Lubiro, then be at Dwajang, Alondo, the Dudi, the Alumbo, Siali, Niro Nonori Bono, Luajani will piece a biro, Nale move babyga, Sialia, Dini, Lecha, Leve, Ion Saibiro, Bono, Libiro, Lila, Madame Bibo, the biro, the Dudi the na. Siarori Alum Guzabo, Tudina, the Denanjigo, Jimu Biro, Sonya Bijare, one biro, Sonya Bijarebo, Magurama, Dudina, Comedy, a poet Alum Guza, the Biroga, Nunu Lily Zanebo, no, down by Bare, Luaja Anaja, the Uleva Pisa Birobo, Nale Bijava, Narua, the Siali yet Denjaja Boma, Denjamu Boma, Bono, Mimiro Bari, Sabiro, Dijan Didre. Beniari Marobono, Baluli Piswa Birobono, Naru Dibu Lua Debo. Dido Kali and Leve, Mimiro Nene, Madad Habiro, Siale, Tenja Baby, Chema, Migumia Leva Milu Yavare, Sialea, the Boris in Bali Takadu man around Second Gunica. Down away, beat her up to change down, Tana, but the Biro Leve, Migumia, me and Leve, Milu Yavare. Who then the Denam Chinaleve. The Mai Pinsenia at John, John, you never know, Nelly now Java, then Dembo chain, Yao Jayala, if you there to a John, Sealeo, the Dudina, Mugudarama, Dudina, Comedy, Alum Kuza, Mono, Pimpe Bare, Seali, Dauda Dhammarati, Dudina, the Mugudarama, Dudina, Simia, near Yubiba, she was Meda Yakayene, Dignate, then Anjigo. Namorta that don't use to be certain Punjaba Gonzo. Tangaro sent me a bono paya. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Siali, the Siali, a county about the Biro, Denjabu change the network down, Denjalu Yabavi, Siali.
Mingalava, Good evening. Good evening, Pante. So today I'm going to share the experience in doing the research as a researcher and as a lecturer, how the researcher facing the difficulty and how the lecturer looking at or guiding the researcher. So from 2 points of view, whatever I have come across or experience, I will share with you all. Sorry for not being able to give you the handout. Normally, when I teach in the university, I will give the handout to students. Depend on the situation. Suppose if I saw them just always rely on the handout, then I will not give the handout. Because the advantage of having a handout and disadvantage of having a handout are almost the same, right? Some they rely on handout only, so they don't pay attention. So in that case, I will not give the handout. But if those who are really want to study and have the good preparing, then I give them the handout. And they can discuss with me whatever I have written on the handout. And we can openly discuss because this is just learning together. It's not teaching alone. So forgive me for not giving you any handout. And due to the time limited, now I'm engaging quite a lot of things in Myanmar now. So I don't have much time to prepare. So just whatever experience I have, I will share with you, okay? Uzin tabido English ka pyo Uzin na le la.
နားလဲပါတယ်ဆရာလေး
Yes, yes, yes.
နားမလေးဘူးစင်မေးပေးပါဗျာ
ဟုတ်
တ
ပြီ
ပီတော့တတ်နိုင်တယ်လောက်ဖြည့်ပေးမယ်ဗျာ
ဟုတ်ပြီဆရာလေးတို့
ဟမ်
ပြောပါ
Okay.
Okay
Whatever you can show,
So,
do a handout.
Can understand. You can
Okay,
share.
we can understand.
Is there anyone who are doing the MPhil degree now, MPhil research now, or PhD now?
most of them are MP degree
Okay, one of you can
PhD
give me the is on the right side is Venerable Alo.
honorable
Aloka.
Aloka, huh?
Yeah, yes.
So, Pante Aloka, can you tell me what is the meaning of research? Before we do something, we have to understand what is the concept of that action, right?
okay
What is the meaning of that doing? So, what is the research mean? What the
okay
research
honorable
mean?
Aloka please answer Sayala's question honorable Aloka
Because
Yes.
if you don't understand the basic concept, then you cannot do the research. Right? So
yeah.
if you study with me, I will ask a lot of questions. Okay. So tell me, what is the research?
Arisa me sudisna.
Huh?
Arisa me sudidna. But research new knowledge. Research means new knowledge. Yes, yes.
Research is something the new knowledge. Right? Anybody any ideas?
Nada
Asin Sopaka.
Ashin Sobaga
Sobaga.
okay Ashin Sobaga what is the meaning of research Sayala's question please answer her as much as you understood
Yeah, research means to find something regarding the new knowledge.
To find something regarding new knowledge.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, this is quite both are correct, but it's not complete. So the research is you from the word forming, we know the meaning of research.
Re-answer.
Research, okay. See the prefix re.
Yeah.
It's a re and search, right? Okay. So re and search. Search here is the one that already done by someone else, right? But the re here refer to the search into deeper level. Okay, deeper level. Why we have to mention this one? It's because we go into deeper and deeper what have been searched by others. Okay?
Yeah.
Huh? And this deeper level is what? Deeper level has two meanings. It must be the different.
Excuse me, the red color, the red soap is not clear. Not
Okay,
we cannot see clear. You have
This
to
one not
write.
clear, right?
Yeah, it's not clear.
Okay, so I don't use
You have to use only blue color.
blue color. Okay.
Yeah,
So the
blue color is
result
okay.
is we do something on the already have been done or already have been shown by others. So the repeat here is very important. It's so that we have to go in deeper and deeper. Okay? Going deeper and deeper. Okay. So this going deeper and deeper, what does it mean by going deeper and deeper? It means that it must be something different. Okay?
Yeah.
It must be something different. And what? And advanced than this. Advanced than this one. Then we call that research. If you don't do this thing, we cannot, what we are doing is not research, but what we are doing is just what collecting what have been searched by other or research of other, then we collect it. It's just the action of collecting data only. Okay? So have to do the going deeper, different and advanced. If you cannot do so, don't call it a research. Because many people, they misunderstood this one and then they said they plan to do the research. But I met one Vietnamese candidate, and he wants to do he want to write a thesis on metta. I said, you cannot do it. Why? Because the scope is narrow, right? And then he believed in it. Then he said, I can search I said, where you find the resources? Then he said, sources. Then he said, in the Burmese literature have a lot. I said, that one is already done by others, right?
Yes.
It's not the research, it's just the collecting data. So don't do this thing because someone already worked on it. Okay, so remember, this is very important. Basic but important, right? But we cannot do research without searching, right? This one also very important because why? We cannot do research without searching other work. So this searching is referred to what? Initial stage. Is the initial stage of search of research, right?
Yeah.
Initial stage of research. We make the thing different and advanced than this initial stage. So you need to collect the data, but how to use the collecting data is important, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the research here, right? The initial stage of research, but research here refers to what? It requires what? Require even reading. Require.
Yeah, you have to raise your whiteboard up. Yeah, you have to go down area.
Oh, I cannot read the word because it's special. I will load down the screen. Okay. I will load down the computer.
You know, if you go lower level, writing lower level, we cannot see. Yeah,
Is this okay?
It's okay. This is okay.
Is this okay? You can see here?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, then I
okay.
continue. Okay.
Okay, if you don't mind, I
Okay.
want to request you, Sayala.
Yes.
Okay. Do you guys handout?
No, she cannot.
Yeah.
Handout.
No, I'm sorry. I don't have the handout for you.
Okay.
I just share whatever I have experienced on the screen. So that everybody want to study, they have to focus and they learn a lot through the focusing. It's not through reading.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, we can
I may,
do.
I may,
Yes,
I may be able to give to you after this. Okay. So just focus on here only.
okay. Yes, I can focus. Okay. Thank you.
So it's research here require what? Require even reading. Require even. Even the reading. You see, reading between lines. See, even between lines, only one line or two lines we read, and even some key point we find out also that we can do research on it. And you, from reading between lines, we try to get what? The hidden.
You don't go another line. You don't go down another line. We cannot see.
Okay.
Only
So
yeah.
here we try to go to the hidden or latent. Okay, or latent new one. Okay, your new one is the you know the word new one is like the Dhamma, right? So we go even with read within line to see what the hidden or latent new one or meaning. Okay.
You know, the last line we cannot see. Sayala, the last line we cannot see.
Can you say?
No.
Can you see now?
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
Okay.
No.
Yes, we can see.
Okay. Okay. So you got the meaning of research now. Okay. So for
Yes.
this, I give an example. Okay. Can I erase? Can I erase?
Every student, you have to write it down
No
before
need.
she.
No need. Just listen carefully.
You can read.
Okay.
Listen carefully. Because if I wait for you to copy down, then it takes a lot of time. Okay.
Okay.
So here, suppose normally, when we said the one who attained the enlightenment can have two vehicles. One is samatha vipassana, right? And another one is sutta vipassana, right? Am I correct? Right? The Arya, Pugala, right? They can practice to attain the enlightenment by two ways. Either samatha vipassana or sutta vipassana. This means here sutta is what? Sutta is what? Sutta vipassana. Sutta here is what?
Sutta.
Sutta vipassana. Sutta means what?
Simple, no samatha. Only upasana, not involved.
Okay. You said no. You said not samatha, right?
Yes.
Only vipassana, right?
Yeah.
So this is how we do the research. If you practice it, if you read the Buddha teaching on Nibbana, right? Five Nibbana, okay?
Yeah.
You cannot do any vipassana with Nibbana inside you. So the first thing, you have to remove the Nibbana, okay? Okay?
Yeah.
To do the vipassana, you have to do to remove the Nibbana. I don't mean permanently, but at that stage, you have to remove the Nibbana, right?
Yeah.
So this Nibbana, you want to remove this Nibbana, the minimum required is the first jhana, right?
Yeah.
If you attain the first jhana, then you can remove the Nibbana. And then through there, the mind clear without defilement. Then you can go into vipassana, right? So there is a question here. Can you do the vipassana with nivarana? Right? If I ask you a question, can we do the vipassana with nivarana? Cannot. Okay?
No.
So we come with I question myself. I have doubt. So from down here we can do the research on it. Okay? So you have to find out what the nivarana, what does it mean by sutta here. Sutta here, it may not be the not samatha, but it must be at least fourth jhana attainment, right?
Yeah.
And this one is must be fourth jhana attainment, right? From first to fourth jhana attainment, right? But if we vipassana, Sutta vipassana, here we must understand that it must have the samatha at least fourth jhana. Am I correct or not? You can find you through the learning nivarana, then you can have the question in mind and you find out with the new research and see whether it matches with your hypothesis or not. Your hypothesis is not the one that you think, that one this is written in the canonical, right? So this is what we do in the research. Okay. We go deeper and advanced level than just merely seeing this the original meaning. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you clear? Ande,
Okay.
are you clear?
Clear.
Of course.
Okay.
Yes, clear.
Okay. So
Okay.
regarding research,
သူကောင်းစရာပါလေ
research, we have to do like just now I said this is search, and this one is research. Okay, research is what we do with the search. So this one is search here can be it means the data collection. It can be the data collection. It can become data collection because we learn we learn on what people have doing research. Here can be the research of people, of other candidates, but it is just a search for us only. We have to do the research, which means we do something on this. Okay. So here the search here we can do through what? Mere tutorial, mere information. And through tutorial. Okay, through here we have this one. But so from here we get the basic data. All right. So but to do the research, we have to aim at what is not on the surface. What is not surface? Okay. What is not surface? So, which means we go deeper. The surface here is not something very simple. It can be a very difficult research or very valuable research already done by others, and we go deeper to find something different and advanced than what they do. So the initial thing that the other search we call it surface because we read it to us. When we do new research, it becomes the other research become surface to us. Okay, because that is just the basic data for us to do research, to study on that basic data. Okay. So the surface here, it doesn't mean it's not good, right? That is the work of others. We look at the work of others, right? We look deeper into the work of others. We don't look at the surface, okay? Or Even this one is a good work, but we can do better than this. So this is become the surface. Okay,
Okay.
get
Okay.
it?
Getting?
Okay. Can I go on?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
So remember, not the data collection. Okay, some some candidates they spend for 1 or 2 years. They thought they do research. Actually, they do the data collection only. Okay. So in our normal engagement in the university, in a university study, the early stage of the research can be detected in the writing tutorial. Early stage can be detected on the writing tutorial. And on what? Plus the assignment. Okay, so this one is very important. In writing tutorial, it can be during the semester. An assignment is in my university, in the Sri Jayawarana, it takes 20% of the semester work, which means if you do an assignment, then you can only answer, you need to answer the 4 questions out of 5. So assignment is considered as 1 question in the exam. Okay, so this assignment is very important. The writing tutorial may be just practicing. Okay, so through this thing, then you get to know and you have many new ideas through this one. So try to focus on assignment. Normally we learn a lot from assignment. Right? We take time to write. So normally I give assignment when I teach the BA third year. I will give them the assignment from the beginning of semester. About 2 weeks after teaching, then we know. Suppose in the syllabus we have 4 lecturers per semester. So we give about second lecturer, then we can give them the assignment so that they can manage their time. And normally it takes 1 month to finish the assignment. Those who do the assignment at the end of semester normally is not good. So through the assignment, we can find something to do research on. That is early stage. So why I mention this? Because this to show your attitude when you learn. When you sit in, when everybody go to class, right? But their attitude different. If you have the good attitude, you focus on study, then you can write assignment very good. And then through this studying state, you can have earlier state of research. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So this is we call the early grooming. Early grooming. Early grooming for research work. Okay, so this is important, huh? Early grooming, which means early preparation for research work. Okay.
Early grooming for
grooming for research work.
Or research work. You have to write both a little bit up.
Sorry. Okay.
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 A little bit.
So try to focus on assignment. Do it well, prepare well. Then you have the early stage. You may develop the early stage of doing the research. Okay. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So that is the first one. Is the first one is the what research? What is research? Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now we go to the second one. Okay. The second one is formal process. Okay. To be followed. Formal process to be followed while doing the research. Okay. So this formal process to be followed will involve in two things. One is proposal, and another one is working with supervisor. Okay, so this is formal process to be followed is the proposal and working with supervisor. Okay. So this requires what you apply to the uni, right? You apply to the university, right? Then you have to have the well-structured proposal. Yeah, proposal. Then through this, right? The university will assign you a supervisor. A supervisor, okay? So we apply, and then we have well-structured proposal, then they assign us the supervisor. Then we are working with supervisor about our proposal again to submit to the university. Right? So this now first I go to the first one is proposal. Okay? Proposal. So now the 2A, okay? Put it 2A. Dealing with proposal. Okay, now we deal with proposal. I know many of you study because this is the ending of the guiding research, no? Sarau area. So
Yeah.
I believe many of the good teacher already talking about this. Their lecture until now cover almost the field of research. So what I'm doing now is not repeating what the theoretical knowledge about doing the proposal, but I share the experience how you handle the proposal wisely, right?
Yeah.
So here,
what is the meaning? Reading with proposal.
Building.
Dealing.
Yeah, yeah, dealing, which means we are working with the proposal, okay? Okay?
Yeah,
So this one is quite a difficult task. I have been rewrite again and again, almost 3 times for this proposal, okay? Because when you give I don't know, but when I do in BPU, they have the procedure is like this. We apply, then we write a synopsis, right? Synopsis, then they accept us. They ask for the qualification, everything. Then interview everything. Then we do the registration, and after that they will assign us a supervisor. And from the supervisor, assign date on work, we work with the supervisor to come up with a proposal.
Yeah.
So it's a very difficult task because he will ask us many questions. Then we work with him for to get the final agreement. Okay, to go with. So so in this proposal. I write this on the proposal. No? Proposal is research intent for to follow. Right? Either you follow the sutta, or you follow Abhidhamma, or you follow the modern science approach, right? This is the research intent to follow. And then another one is the method of this approach. Right? The method of this approach. So for my experience, for my thesis, my research intent to follow is I follow with reference to the Tamoha Vinodani Athakatha, right? In during with the Tangha. So the method of prose. The method of prose here is anybody you here already learn about it, either historical methods or analytical methods, something like that, no? So I don't need to mention here. So it's no until now it no stereotype method. Okay, should be adopted or followed. You can do on your own or follow. Okay, but there is some there is certain fact that to be followed. That certain fact that that have to state. Have to state it in it. What is the certain fact that required here? You have to say the aim, objective, and why you do such research. What is the sources and literature review? Okay, so this is certain fact that have to state in it. Okay, and depend on what you are writing or what you are doing the research, but it's you have to mention here a certain fact, like your aim, objective, and going to it, and sources, the literature review. This is the thing that is important. Okay. And this proposal can be changed by the supervisor. So now we are working with the supervisor. Okay. Other thing like doing the proofreading or doing footnote, endnote, and whatever you have learned from others. I don't have to share with you here. I already share with you the thing that is, I think, the relevant to the work. So we working with supervisor. Okay, so this is very, very important. Here, especially in Sri Lanka, mostly I can say is almost 80% of the work are done by the researcher. The supervisor help you not much, but he can give the guidance and the idea. But if he's not following you, you have to do it on your own. So sure. Research is the work that we can the lonely work, right? It's work by the researcher. But without supervisor, we cannot have the direction, or we cannot that result in getting the degree, right? So when the university accept your apply application, they will assign or introduce you with one supervisor. So this is the thing that you have to do with the supervisor, no? Be ready for guidance. Why I have to emphasize on this? Some, I can tell you here, some supervisor, because they have doing their PhD thesis, but not all the PhD degree holder is excellent in the work, right? So if the genius researcher, they can have better knowledge, better approach than supervisor. Suppose if I, honestly speaking, if I were assigned as a supervisor for a researcher or for an academic research student, I can tell you honestly that I may not be as good as you, Myanmar monk, because you all finished the Dhammarati degree where I don't follow that course. So of course my Buddhist knowledge is not that as good as yours. But because I suppose I'm your supervisor, you have to be ready for the guidance. So the supervisor always in the upper hand. So don't ever overdo anything to supervisor. At least you have to respect the supervisor, okay? Even how good you are, right? If they don't like you, then you are in trouble. Really, they can prolong the time for you to get degree, or they can interfere if they are not having metta enough toward the student. So be ready for the guidance. I saw many good researchers give up because they cannot listen to the guidance. But I will tell you what it means, ready for guidance. We don't listen to him or follow him blindly. He just said A, you have to do A. He said B, you have to do B. It's not the research, not doing research. You respect him, discuss with him openly, okay? By what? You listen to him with open mind, with a respect mind, and remember, you have to be confident with your own idea. If you are not confident, you cannot express what you want to the supervisor. So being the supervisor, they have authority to decide your work, whether you pass or not. But they themselves, seeing you hardworking, they have some appreciation toward your work. Okay. So if you meet with the difficulty like you get sick, or you cannot at this moment your mood is down, or you met with some unexpected situation that you cannot carry on, come and talk to him, okay, or her. Don't just walk away and a few months come back like that. Then your relationship is getting very, very worse, right? So try to get close enough to the supervisor, okay? Get close enough, which means you have to set the timing. Because with him and set the schedule, the meeting schedule. You, from the beginning, you have to ask for this, okay? Don't be hesitating to ask from the beginning, because when we start to work, it must be co-worker. Don't be afraid and don't ask for the thing that you are eligible to ask, right? So you said, how can we work on this whole process? Then he will say, okay, you can meet me once a month. Okay, once a month. Like my supervisor said, you can meet me once a month. So you have to stick to that schedule time. Okay, this sticking to schedule time is given by him. So he cannot make an excuse not to see us. But normally I saw the Myanmar students, if they cannot finish their work in time, they will try not to come to see the supervisor. And the more you delay, the more he get unfamiliar with you. Okay. Lu mà train so xin đà bò nó xin.
Yes, yeah, of course, of course. Say
Tại
now.
sao tu đô thì train mà. Train is or the advantage đều xin. Cô chỗ xa để vì đó tu để lu mà xin phi on trail mà. Sau đó Arya Vansa, why he delay his this is because he didn't come to see the supervisor.
Yeah, of course.
Even he don't agree with you. What is his own idea? Right? You still come to talk to him. Cô xin toán à? No? Set the meeting schedule and then you discuss the work involved. See, we discuss the work involved only. Don't make the time to meet supervisor to talk nonsense, to talk about something else. Right? Bring something that is the valuable or your questionable to discuss with him. Just work involved only. Then you should do with the supervisor. Don't just go and see him empty. Okay. But sometimes you cannot do anything new on your research. So 1 month you cannot. You have to call him. Say, sorry, supervisor, or sorry, teacher, or what? Professor. This month I cannot make it. So can we have a meeting next month? Just to show him that what you are trying, but you cannot get it. It doesn't mean that you haven't done and tried to do anything. Okay, so this is what you have to discuss, and then also tell him the difficulty you face. You're facing, okay? The difficulty you are facing, you have to tell him. Why? So that he acknowledge the time given to you, and he pay attention to you. Suppose like I like the Sada Ukopanya. He just finished the MPhil written exam, and then the Fante Vichitaramo, Professor Vichitaramo said, okay, then we can go on with your PhD thesis for 3 years. Then he said, no, try to make it earlier because I cannot afford to stay here. I'm old enough and I don't have enough money, right? So he said, he accepted that because Sado knowledge is more than enough to do for 1 year. But the university, they want you to finish within 3 years so that they can have money. Okay? So you have the right to tell them, I can do it faster. Let me do it. So just openly tell the difficulty. Okay? And then you should not blindly agree with the supervisor view. Otherwise, whenever you come, this is a problem of here. They don't read your whole thesis. They just glance through. And if they see something that is not up to you, up to them, not match to what they understanding, they will ask you to change. So you have to be what? Confident. And then tell them nicely. Because you have the right to defend. You right to discuss. The supervisor is guide you, but you have the right to discuss with him. Cannot blindly listen to him. Otherwise, if his view is wrong, then your whole thesis is in trouble. You can finish your degree, but when your thesis put in the library, someone read it, then they will have question a lot. Okay. So, but to avoid it, because some supervisors, they are very, very conservative and very not open-minded, narrow-minded. So they said they are the best. They're better than you. Nobody can argue with them. So what to do? If like that, the more you discuss with him, the more he get into dislike you. Huh? I met some situations like this when they disagree with until they discuss until they quarrel. Then he doesn't want to pass the candidate. This is very, very, very miserable thing for the researcher. So, but you cannot blindly follow him. So how to deal with it? You write according to what he guide you, because you ready to be guided. Then you put in your thesis, this is guided by or this is the idea of my supervisor. So he is the one who is responsible for what you have written there. Okay. So when people read, you have the chance to pass and graduate. But when people read the book, if they come across something that is not correct, or according to the supervisor view that is not in accordance with the canonical view of what, then that responsibility come back to him, not you. This is the way to avoid the difficulty. Okay? Clear?
Yeah.
Okay, so the main request is not to expect get the thesis done mainly through your supervisor, especially in Sri Lanka. In Myanmar, of course, like ITBMU, when you do even the MA, you arrange very nicely and very seriously. At least two supervisors, one internal, two examiner, one internal examiner, another one is external examiner, and both of them reading very well. And one is the research, one teacher who check on your research methodology. And this research methodology, they will teach for 3 years, or 1 year focusedly at MA level. So during my time, the Sama Domini, who is a PhD, who got a PhD from Germany, he teaches very well. So I really appreciate. So they have the format, and only that professor will check your format, that this format. Whereas here in Sri Lanka, they don't check your format. You can do anything you like. So I saw, suppose in Makutarama, I have 100 candidates. You read, you can find 60 different writing style. So don't do like that, because research work is something that is academic work. It's not the normal writing. So but even the university don't require you to do the formal writing style. You have to do it because this is your work, your research. Okay, so try to learn properly one writing style and mention in your thesis. So if the supervisor, sometimes some supervisors, they are not familiar with the even they don't study the research methodology well, and they don't read your thesis well, but when come to the time they do the final presentation, and they are the one who they are the judge who question you, and because they are too busy, but they just assigned to be your external examiner, so they just try to show themselves that they have working on your research, so they just point out something that they feel that is not familiar with them on the research methodology. Then he tells them, by that time, if you are confident and you do it correctly, you have to tell him, I do according to which book, from where, or which kind of method of methodology I follow. And then he had to read the book. This is the case I'm facing. When I do the final presentation, then one of the supervisor, the external examiner, my external examiner, he said, you do this footnote is not correct. I said, no, it's not, I'm doing not correct. I follow the formal writing style. I follow, suppose you follow Chicago style or you follow the MLA style, then you have to mention, I follow this. So I'm very assured that I'm doing good. So everybody should have this book. This is very good reference book about the writing style, like how to write footnote, endnote, how to quote the saying, quote the writing, or quote the article inside the Encyclopedia of Buddhism, right? The work that the combined work, everything is here formal. So do it formally. Actually, I intend to have the handout for you here, but I am too engaged in the thing in Myanmar right now, so I don't have much time, right? So you try to get this book. At least you have the writing style correctly, and you are confident with work, and your work will be the standard work. Otherwise, you finish the academic work and you put, they will ask you to put your thesis you have to submit, and they put on a library. And suppose your junior reading your thesis and they found that you are not doing the formal writing style, which formal writing style, then they not appreciate your work. Okay, this is not the normal work. This is academic work. We have to be serious. So try to get this book, okay, and read and follow this method. Otherwise, you can follow other method. But whatever method you follow, you have to say, I have been follow this method throughout my thesis. Suppose you follow the Chicago style, then you search on the internet, or you buy the book published by them to follow their writing style. Okay. So okay, so any question until now? Any question? If not, I continue. One thing I really want to tell you is the thing that happened to most of the students here in Sri Lanka. Because normally, I don't know whether they are worried about the financial support. One of the reason is, oh, sorry, one Fante asked me, where can we buy the book in Sri Lanka? I don't know where you can buy, but this book is offered to me by Sador Upanita. He ordered online from overseas, and he gave me a copy. So if you want a copy of the book, you can come to me to get the copy, okay? What I mentioned to you here is very important because I come across many students facing this problem. So what is the problem? Because I don't know, maybe due to the financial support, worrying about financial support is one thing. Secondly, is because they are too eager to do the research. Thirdly, because for the sake of getting the visa, so they quickly go and apply for MPU. And to apply for MPU, you need to have the title, okay? Title of research. So the title is given by what they are doing is they come and ask for the professor. Normally, when, I mean, the 10 years ago, they used to go to, when the when the Professor Sumana Pala, right, is still the director of Hilania Institute, when it's in Bibliana. Bante Arija, you know him, right?
Yeah, I see. I know
Yes.
him very
So
well.
he used to give. He's very kind. He very kind to the student. So he will give he will suggest the student, you should do this. You should do research on this. Then he give the title. So the student very happy, right? The researcher very
Right.
happy, and go and write the title and submit to to university. And you know here,
Yeah.
the university here is not like Myanmar. In Myanmar, everything like Buddhist education is totally free of charge. Okay, so what they are focusing is the knowledge that they give to the foreigner. But here, I'm sorry to say that it's just a business. Okay, so the university needs students. These students. So whenever they saw, okay, this title is good. Of course, the teacher is good. The title is good. Then they accept. Then you have to work with the title. So wow. You are facing a lot of problems, unnecessary problems in future due to that your eagerness of getting into registration, right? So one of the Chinese students here now finished her PhD and go home already. She get a title from Professor Sumana Pala. He said comparative study. Oh, what? Of what? Of what, you know? The Theravada, Abhidhamma, and Savatrivada. Abhidhamma. Can you imagine? When she chooses topic, I was in doubt. Why? Because even the Theravada Abhidhamma, he had zero knowledge about it. I mean, in deeper knowledge, because in Mahayana they study differently, right? So they come here just study 1 year to get the MA degree, and you know we're already in the institute. 1 year is not enough. So at least they know the Chitta, Cetasika. They all don't know the even the what is Pakinaka Cetasika, what is the Sapajita Sadharana, and what is the Sampa Yoga, Vipa Yoga. They don't know, but they choose this topic. And Savatrivada Abhidhamma is terribly difficult because it's all in Sanskrit. And even myself, I am do teaching the BA in basic Abhidhamma, but they have the one in here. They asked me to do on Savatrivada comparative studies about Chitta and Cetasika. Even we at least I don't mean I know about Abhidhamma, but at least we are from Theravada. Basically, we understand what is Abhidhamma mean, and at least the Tinchu Kobai, no? Tinchu Kobai. Then from there, or Matika, we know. Then we can deal with it. But with Savatrivada, it's still very difficult. What more to say? This is totally new. So don't simply or blindly listen to the suggestion of anybody unless you are familiar with that field and you are interested in that field. And for this, I also say, even you like the title so much, you like the subject so much, but you have to see whether you are able to deal with it or the sources is enough for you to do or not. Like I told you, one Vietnamese student monk, he come and ask me for he want to do the metta bhavana for the PhD. I tell him, no, you cannot do this because not much thing in the canonical text talk about this. So it cannot. The capacity is very small, cannot develop into the thesis. But he didn't listen to me. Then he do until MPhil, and then he give up. Because no, I don't think the university will upgrade, will allow him to upgrade into the PhD thesis. So this all the proposal must be from your own, right? The supervisor can give you some idea, but you have to see whether you are able to handle or not. Okay. So we still going on, but we rest for 5 minutes. I want to drink water, huh?
ကဲနားလည်ကြရလားကျောင်းသားတွေ
သူကခဏလေးနောက်လို့ပြောတာမသိဘူး5 မိနစ်လောက်
ဟုတ်တယ်ဟုတ်တယ်
အဲ့ဒါတော့တပည့်တော်လည်းနားလည်တာပေါ့စားတာကတော့ဒီဝရီကလည်းအဲ့ဒါတလို့နားလည်တာပါ
ဦးသိမြတပီးတို့ဒီပြောလာပြန်လာဦးသိနားလေလာပြီမသိဘူးနော်
yes
ဆရာလေးပြည့်တယ်
ညာ
နည်းတော့မြန်နေကြလေ
နည်းနည်းမြန်လားဟာ
ဟုတ်တယ်ပြီးတော့ဘုံမှာရေးတဲ့ခါကျကြလေဟိုလေအောက်ကိုပြသွားလို့ရှိရင်မြင်ရ
ဟမ်
ဘုံမှာစာရေးတဲ့ခါကျအောက်ကိုရောက်သွားတဲ့စာဆိုရင်မြင်ရတော့
အောက်တန်းရောက်အောက်တန်းထက်ရေးလို့မရတော့ဘူးဆရာလေးကဘောထောင်ထားတဲ့ပုံစံကအောက်ကိုတန်းထက်ရေးမရတော့ဘူး
ကြားလားဦးစင်း
ကြားတယ်
ကြားတယ် can you follow me တပီးတို့ပြောအကုန်လိုက်နိုင်လားဗျာ
yes we follow
Yes. Yes, so we can follow. You are teaching. Okay.
So
Yes, thank you.
You are teaching
any
is
question
easy to
any question
understand.
any question Fante?
Any question
question?
Dante?
Nothing, then I continue, huh? I continue. Okay.
Yeah, you
So one thing I want to really want to remind you on is that after we send in application, then if it's approved, then the university will request the applicant for a proposal. So we have to spend in reasonable priority time, at least someone if they clever 2 to 3 months or 6 months, okay? 6 months.
Yeah.
After the approval of the university. So at least 6 months you have to get ready for the proposal, right? So for me, because I'm very careful in what I'm doing. I don't know I'm over worried or not. I don't know, but I prepare for 1 year. 1 year. 1 year I read and I read in literature review and then connect it with some area. Then that I'm going to do the research on it for 1 year. I get ready, and after that I send a proposal. So by that time, then when we meet with supervisor, I have the enough confidence to show him the literature review, right? Because I read through. But you never don't be overconfident, even how good you are, right? Because they're about to be someone who is much better than you. So the best thing is after you have finished written the proposal, you try to get someone that is knowledgeable and willing to read your proposal. So at that time, I think year 2012, after I have written the proposal, then I request Sada Upandita to read my proposal, and surprisingly, he said, "You have to rewrite everything. I don't feel anything. I feel that your proposal is not good enough. Even your supervisor accept it." So I was shocked because it takes time to redo again, and then a lot of work. But somehow when I sit down and I think about it, then I feel, okay, I will do it again. Because this is a painstaking task, but after that it will be easier for us, right? From beginning, you have to do the heavy task first. then later on you will be more confident, right? Because you already put effort in the beginning. So I really, right now, I can say I really appreciate that Upan Gita being so tough to me. Bang, bang, bang all the time. But remember one thing, what we do on the research on the Buddhist study, the more we fail, like doing exam, the more we fail, the better we are. Why? Because we know what we are lacking of, or what we are not good at, right? It's not like we are not like layperson they need a degree, or they have to struggling with time to unliving through gaining the degree. But we are different, we are totally different. Gaining degree must go along with gaining knowledge and gaining practicing. If we can equip with that kind of attitude, we can do it happily. Okay? And one thing I have to share with you here, without meditation, you cannot you can finish the work, but you don't find the happiness in doing the research like the one with meditation. Because when it's doing the research work, it's not all the time smooth, no? Sometimes it's stuck, you cannot do anything. So the mind gets very frustrated. You're not satisfied with yourself. Say, I want to write something, but I cannot. That is the time you need meditation to relax. To relax when your mind is totally relaxed and without expectation, come back to work. So if you can apply meditation, then during the time of stressful or facing the difficulty between you and the one you work with, either the staff of the university or dealing with the registration document, or with many things with the visa or with the supervisor, by this time you apply meditation. You calm down your mind and go back to work. And one thing is very important, that try to note down everything that come to your mind relating to your subject that you are doing research, because sometimes it come very suddenly and unexpectedly. Normally, all the new ideas come to my mind when I'm bathing or I'm washing. Very strange. So, and then you get some new idea, but after that you forgot to note down. Then later on you cannot remember anything. It's very strange. Or sometimes during the very sound sleep, then you wake up with a new idea. They have to note down, no? Otherwise you will soonly forget. That is sometimes the mind is inside is working automatically, because we do research every day. So it's working automatically. But when the time when we most relax, it will come out. And then we have to grab that idea, note it down. Sometimes very, very strange and very interesting. And I forgot many things because not remember to note down. Then later on, yesterday, today I said, yesterday I ponder about it and it come to my mind. Then now I totally forgot because you don't note down, right? So try to note down. And then what else? I give you some how to share the document. I note down a few things that you focus when writing proposal. I have the file with me. How to give to you?
What?
I have some note today on the focus how on few things that you focus on when you writing proposal. Can I read it out for you?
Yeah, you can. You can.
Okay, I read, I read the Myanmar, okay? Okay, yeah.
You can read it. English, no problem.
Yeah.
Most of the Myanmar student here. So you can
Myanmar,
read both language. You can apply
English, huh?
both language.
Sao đó? Sao đó?
Okay.
Okay, I send. No, never mind. I may send to you later. Okay.
Okay. Depends on you.
I send to you later. Better, no?
Yeah.
Because
Great.
I try to save time to tell you something. Here.
Great.
Wait, Okay, I can say like that. You have to, for you to be able to go on with the work. I strongly believe that we shouldn't do it in a hurry, right? Suppose many monks here, they come and they finish MA, then they want to apply for MPhil, right? So unless those who are very expert, very good in study, then they can do that. But for majority Myanmar students, I know, because some they very good in Buddhist study, but language problem. So you that 1 year you can apply. Here is they give you a chance to get visa by applying the Pali course, basic Pali course, just for the sake of getting visa. Spend that 1 year to study English. In SPS school is the cheapest one. You try to study English for that 1 year together. At the same time, reading all the book that's written on the subject that you intended to do research for, right? Don't do it in a hurry. You will face a lot of stress in future, right? Preparing well, get yourself prepared well before start doing. I prepared 1 year, and then my thesis I wrote my thesis for 4.5 years. Why? Because during that time, I also study with Sada Upanita. But now, looking back that time, I'm really happy because I spend time well. I don't waste my time. So doing the research or studying the Buddhist field, even you fail, the more you fail, the better you are, right? Because you can improve the knowledge. It's not in a hurry. Don't try to get the degree. For us, I don't know, because you already have the knowledge. For me, getting degree is because of the supporter want us to get the degree, or the parent or the teacher. But for us, even for me, I feel I'm still very, very far away from the doctorate that I'm received, because that doctorate is just starting initial stage of doing research only. If we study, we get it, but it's not the final.
Yeah.
So don't be upset. Just study, Saro. But don't delay too much, Saro. Delay too much, Saro.
Right.
Saro. Waria.
Good idea.
Try to speak up your speech to finish. How we finish now? I tell you how to make yourself finish the work in time. I have very good teacher. He really like a father to me. He's the scholar here, the layman, the scholar here, and he he forced me to do my work, which means he count for me, right? Suppose you have to write how many 300,000 words, no, Sarah?
What for which thesis? For what
PhD thesis?
What types of thesis?
This is the Buddhist study thesis. 300,000 words or one.
300,000. No.
I don't know, but suppose you have to write out about 250 to 300 page, right?
Okay.
Right? This is the requirement of university, but actually this doesn't mean exactly. If you are good enough, even 100 is enough. But university requires this amount, right?
Okay.
But if you are good enough and you can show to them that you are confident with your work, you contribute your knowledge into the new contribution. You can show the new contribution to the world. We think that the 100 or 150 page they still free, no?
Yeah.
They always an exception. So suppose you have to write out from 250 to 300, right? So if you set the target 3 years, okay? 365 days, okay?
Yeah.
Right? So one day, at least you write down 1 page per day. Okay?
Yeah.
1 page per day. But sometimes it's not all the time. One page per day is sometimes very easy, but sometimes even the half page per day you cannot come out. Okay? So for the beginning, he asked me write 100 words per day. Okay? He asked me to write 100 words per day. I don't know. After 1 week, you come to see me, at least you have to have 700 words. Okay? But surprisingly, even 700 words, you cannot come out. So sometimes I delay, and then come to him, talk the thing that irrelevant for 1-2 times, then he get bored and then he scold me. He said, I don't see you improving it. Oh, why? Then I feel very shameful, but at least I take the courage to come every week to see him. Even very shy that I cannot do new work, but I come to see him at the already agree meeting schedule. So I come. So finally I had to confess him. He said, teacher, this time I cannot write anything. I don't know why. Then he come and say, throw your work, go somewhere and read, or you do something. Don't try, don't force yourself. I agree for you not to come to see me. So I don't come to see him for 1 week or 2 weeks and come back to work. Right? This is how the teacher taking care of us. And we have to be honest with the supervisor and the teacher. Say, you cannot do it, then you can't do it. Then he will find a solution for you. But he very good. He asked me to write 100 words per day. So even I don't write, I'm lazy, or today I go out something, I will remember I had to write 100 words a day. And when you develop the writing habit, you can come up with sometimes 2,000 words per day. And don't just anything come to your mind, and then anything you read on the internet, they could try to write out the grammar later. Grammar, think about it later. Don't try to perfect yourself at the beginning. That is later work. Just get yourself to sit down and write. So if you are the one who very disciplined, then you will finish the work.
Yeah.
So one day will be gone very fast. So 1 week, 700 words gone already. 1 month, how many? 3,000 words. Okay.
Without
gone like that.
Question. Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? Without data analysis and data collection, how can we finish writing hundreds words a day?
Oh, that's why just now this is compared to the preparation just now. I prepare for one year. Like 1 year is for literary review or for data collection.
Yeah.
And chapterization, everything you have in your head. Right? So you have in your head. So, but one thing I have to remind you that is come to me is don't stick to one chapter. Of course, you have to finish chapter by chapter. But if you stuck on that chapter, you can carry on with the next chapter. Because the next chapter is totally something new. So if something your mind is stuck there, don't try to hold to hand on it. Try to find the new thing to work, right? Because our mind is always want to something new. So make it new, make it
new idea.
make it work, right? By going to the next chapter, right? But don't read to next chapter so much. If you think that the mind can no more worry or can calm down, then you come back to the present chapter to work again. By doing so, you don't waste your time. Okay.
Yeah.
And one important thing, if you are having meditation, you do meditation in your research. You work. Yeah.
During the writing our thesis, we need to take meditation, right? You mean like that? We need to take.
I don't know, but I don't know how you. It depends how you do your meditation. But my personal experience is I'm not taking it like regularly, like 1 hour sitting or 2 hours sitting per day like that. But I always go back to check my mind, the reaction of my mind toward the object. So any activity I can check my mind. Suppose now I'm talking with you, right? And then I feel like excited. Then I know that I'm having excited mind, right? I'm talking too fast without noticing. So I talk slowly, right? Or when I have too much work and tired, then I leave the work behind and I watch my mind, breathing and watching my mind until I feel I relax. Then I come back to work. It doesn't mean you have to sit down and meditate. If you know how to watch your mind, every activity, everything you do, you can.
Okay, great. Good.
Not great.
Good suggestion.
Not great. What else? Then
Done.
Then what? Any question?
Is it question session? Is it finished? You are teaching.
No, not finished yet. What time I should finish?
Is
9 o'clock, right?
Yeah, 8:45.
Okay. So the important, one thing I want to mention to you is important.
Yeah.
Important. I mentioned about the important thing making conclusion, no?
Yeah, making conclusion.
Remember, this is very important because why? Here, I have to say that I don't know how they run, how they think about the student, but mostly they just simply accept to be a supervisor. Suppose in the institute, one person can be taken sometimes the most more than 30 students. That is unbelievable, no? Unacceptable. Even excellent supervisor can take 3 the most, because if you are serious, you care enough, you will refuse not to take too much. This is the reason why I can tell you honestly is that I don't believe in the supervisor in the institute that they will read the your whole thesis, because too many candidates how to follow the famous or the serious I mean the discipline university, they will allow only one supervisor can supervise the work for at least for 1 or 2 PhD candidates per year, so that they can go through the candidate work. But here, a lot. So what they are doing? Do you think they read your thesis? I don't think so. Because besides of a supervisor yourself, right? They can have another work like teaching and doing Dhamma. Some Dhamma Katika they give, or they go for Dhamma talk or whatever. They have their own temper. So what they are doing is what they read the introduction and conclusion. Right?
Yeah.
They read introduction and conclusion only. So they focus on the conclusion more. So if they found that your conclusion is good, they will pass you easily. I can tell you. They don't go through your all. Of course, they go through your only the title or heading of the chapter or subheading is the most. Or someone is even better. Even if they are curious enough or they're serious enough, they go through some naughty point of the thesis, right? Or the thing that if you discuss with him that he feels that important and a new thing to him to learn with, then he will discuss, he go into the read. Otherwise, he don't read. You think he read your thesis? So you are the one who is responsible to whatever you have written. It's not the supervisor. He only read the conclusion, introduction, and in conclusion, you have to tell, to summarize what you have been working on the whole thesis, but try not to do it very long, right? Because if you write too long, it becomes repeating what you have doing, right? You just summarize like an overview or a very short one on what you have written, and the important thing is your new discovery, new contribution. Okay, some like last time, if you you have learning here from the Bibliana Institute, right? Last time normally the Professor Sumana Pala. Sometimes surprisingly, the presenter, he go into the stage and he said, I don't need you to read everything. Tell me, 10 minutes, tell me, what is your contribution? Have you ever come across this, Phante? No? He used to say so only, which means your contribution is more important. And if you can persuade him or not, it depends on your contribution. So, and try to give the, don't say that your recovery is the final. You have to have the proposal or suggestion open for the new research. Okay, you have to say something that to show that you have done research, but there may be some other research coming up about this topic, right? Need to be researched more, or the some future research is needed, right, to make your conclusion. That is the way you should do. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
So, do you have any question?
Is it question session? Question and answer session? Now
No, not yet.
Not yet.
That's why I'm
Okay,
If
okay.
not, then I give maybe only 5 more minutes. Then I give you if you want the question and answer
Yeah.
session, then
Yeah.
give me 5 more minutes, okay?
Okay. You can
Because I want to tell the last thing in
teach.
presentation.
Presentation. Okay.
Presentation. Before going to the presentation, I want to share with you, like, from the researcher side, we think that everything is necessary. Then we want to put more and more and more to our thesis because we don't want to throw it away. Anything is important.
Yeah.
But to the supervisor or the lecturer, from their supervise, when they supervise your work, if they think that this knowledge is good, but it's not, but irrelevant to your work, right? Irrelevant to your work, or irrelevant to your work, or it's not necessary to go into too much details because that is belong to the basic level, right? Because everybody who come into the research level, I mean the MPhil or PhD degree, of course their knowledge should be there. It cannot be here, no? So you don't have to mention from here to here. What you mention is starting from here going up. So all the things that you collect that you think is necessary, but is below the level requirement of MPhil or PhD students throw away. And I met many students that they are very, very, how to say, they have this kind of mind. So that they want to push all in one, right?
Yeah.
So, but for us as a teacher, we read. This is important point. When we read the thing that we feel is not interesting, we don't want to read anymore. And if we read the next chapter, we feel the same thing. We don't want to entertain you anymore because we know that you don't do the thing seriously. You just collect the data. So remember to do it seriously. It's not the data collection work here. Remember my initial saying, research, not search, okay?
Yeah.
So in doing presentation, you have to well prepare, okay?
Yeah.
Why I have to tell you that it's well prepared? Because we can discuss with supervisor and we say, I cannot do presentation now. But what I have, because I haven't prepared enough, but what I haven't seen in Makutarama, no? Makutarama research applicant, right? They want to do is, we saw other can do presentation, they want to do it also. Right? So they themselves try to get the day to go for presentation faster without well prepared. Then go up into the state, then you feel you will face the difficulty. So trust yourself, don't look at other. No need to follow other. Follow other in the sense that you make it as a good example for you to put more effort. It's not like he is the same year with me, he studied in the same year with me. Now he can get first presentation or a great presentation. Then I also want to do it. Don't do so if you are not well prepared. Because the first presentation is very important. If they have the impression, they give impression to the supervisor and what examiner, right? If you well prepared, then next time they will be more open-minded for you to get the chance to pass. Because they believe, they trust what you done, but you're not well prepared, go there and shaking and cannot answer well, then next time they will have the impression on you, not good. So must be well prepared. No? And remember again and again, this is the Buddhist study. No need to be in a hurry to get a degree. Okay.
Yeah. Good suggestion.
Yeah. So this is important. Important. Be confident. Why I tell you be confident? Why we have to be confident?
Because we have enough data and data analyzing and writing enough. That's why we have a.
Yeah, because I can tell you here, nobody is doing better than you. Even we are teacher, but you are the one who do the work. So you know very well, right? Suppose I ask you to go from here to Makutarama, then you walk from here to Makutarama, then you know I ask you to observe, then you observe every route you go, every spot, what the light, the traffic light, everything you know. Then when you know from here to Makutarama, then when you go for presentation, why you scared of the one who just go from here to Nugegoda? No need to be scared because you are confident with your work, right?
Yeah.
No need to be scared. That's why I ask you to well prepare. Right? I suggest you to be well prepared first. Then be confident. Right?
Yeah, yeah. Right.
When you go on the stage, it's you who control the audience, not let the audience control you. Because why? You have confidence in what you have doing, right?
Yeah.
You have done, and if you really done your work, any question in the thesis you write, you will be able to answer. And if they ask the question that you cannot answer, then you appreciate their suggestion. That is the time you learn, not to be afraid, not the time to be afraid, right?
Yeah.
So to be confident. So I always encourage the monk, why you should be scared of? We not better than you. You are the one who do your thesis, right? You are the one who build the house. I'm just the one looking at the house only. So be confident. Okay. Don't be scared of supervisor. Why you scared of him or scared of the director or scared of the examiner? Eh? They do their duty. You do your duty. Don't scare. Huh? Don't be afraid of. Okay. But one thing is, be confident, but not overconfident. This is very, very dangerous because why? What I mean is overconfident. Overconfident make yourself less respect to others. You get what I said or not? This is always mostly happen to who? To whom? To those who are very good in English. Then they go there, they talk nicely, good English. And then they so very, very confident. But when people ask them, they will try to fight back with their overconfidence. Actually, confidence is good, but overconfident, people feel it very easily. People will see it, easily see it, and they will react to your overconfidence. They are upset with you and they don't want to help you. And then they try to add the thing that make you cannot answer. No. Some people are like that, they hate you. So they say, oh, you are overconfident. But whatever the field you study, it's just your own research. Others can have different approaching, and they are better than you in certain or different fields. So they can argue if they don't like you. So be confident, but not overconfident. Okay.
Yeah.
And here is we have to be ready. Ready to welcome the with open-minded. Okay, we ready to welcome the suggestion with open-minded. Through here, we learn a lot from the audience, right?
Yeah.
Especially for myself. If I discuss with the monk or any Myanmar monk, any discussion, I learn something new, something for myself. So we have to welcome for suggestion with open-minded. This is the best thing, the best time to improve the research through presentation. If you have this kind of attitude, people want to contribute their finding to you.
Yeah.
But if you are not ready or welcome, then they hesitating to tell you. Sometimes I met some situations, suppose we want to give a lesson for the Indonesian student, but they just, because they are too overconfident and they just think that their presentation is the best. Actually, someone find out that it is something wrong because they already on that field, research on that field, and with the original sources from Abhidhamma. So they give the suggestion, but the candidate don't accept it, and so it's very unpleasant feeling because she overconfident. So this, by having the attitude, you totally cannot learn anything new from the audience, because the audience, if they know that you have open-minded, the willingness to study, they will contribute. They help you to contribute some new finding or something that your thesis is lack of. Right? Someone asking something, and be calm to explain, because they're about to be someone who the audience also have some kind of many kind of audience. Some is willing to help, some is willing to fight. So if you met with the person that is trying to fight you, so be calm to explain, right? Be calm to explain. In the conference, I met one very very well known here, but he correct in the field, that in the sense that he finds somehow something that is not correct. The presenter saying is not correct, but the way he asked the question is unacceptable, because too rude and want to fight back, and the person there on the stage getting nervous, and that person is the lecturer, so the student look at him is like kind of not respecting. So don't try to avoid that by what? By try to be calm to explain. And if you cannot explain, say, oh, I will look into that. Maybe this is a good suggestion. I'm appreciate, and I will look into this, that in future. Then you can solve the problem well, right? And be honored, which means something you don't know, you say, I don't know, sorry. Then the supervisor will be very sympathize with you. Yeah. The thing that you don't know, just I don't know. Don't say that. Don't. That's why I said don't say be overconfident. Eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, is over? You are lecturing?
And one last thing is try to do things. Try to put everything in writing precisely and precise and concise and simple. Simple is the best, no? Don't think that we are doing the academic writing, then we have to write something very complicated, very high level. Do use the simple sentence, but you have to use the word that is matching with the academic level, no? Don't just simply use any word that is too common, but don't try to make a long sentence and difficult to understand, right? It's good, it's short, precise, concise, but up to the level of academic work. Okay.
Yeah. I really appreciate you for your valuable suggestion and question. Thank you for your time. Now, is it question session, question answer session? Can we ask you a question?
Do you have any question?
Yeah, every
Just feel free
student,
to talk with.
She's ready to answer all of your questions. Please ask her today.
No, just take it at the discussion. We are just a brother and sister in Dhamma.
Right.
No, don't take me as a teacher or what, or lecturer or what. That is my work in my university. This is my work with the Sangha. Now is sharing the knowledge as a brother, as a sister to brother in Dhamma. So feel easy to talk with me, okay?
Right. We really appreciate you. Is it yes you?
Sarah, thank you for inviting me to share my knowledge. Even I don't preparing well. Sarah also accept, and also thank you for all the attendance.
You are very busy with your generosity. Not only Myanmar, also in Sri Lanka. That's why within very be difficult time you come to join our course, the research course, sharing your knowledge about the research knowledge. This is it. You really appreciate, instead of all of
actually
you,
I don't prepare well at all. Normally I teach in the university, I will prepare. Yes, but now because I'm running out of time, so I cannot at all. Sorry for that.
Now here in the chat box, someone my Max, he told me, I really appreciate you for your valuable suggestion and discussion. Thank you for your time.
Sadhu, thank you for your kind word. Thank you. And I apologize for if I have verbally saying something that is inappropriate. Thank you, Sadhu. Any questions, Sadhu?
Good evening, Shelly.
Good evening.
Yes.
Yes,
Sadhu.
I'm really appreciate and I'm really so proud of you for your
thank you. I'm proud of you too also.
Yes, research student from the very beginning of a research journey to the final stage of a student holding the PhD degree. So I felt so satisfying with you.
Thank you.
Your explanation, yes, about the different quality of the word research and search and research. I'm so satisfied with your explanation about the word search and research.
Thank you.
And then about your explanation about the various process of a research student in the writing thesis. So additionally, yes, I would like to listen again from you. What is the academic meaning of method and methodology?
What Bhante say? What is the
Yeah.
method
What is the
methodology.
yes,
academic
what is
study.
the academic meaning of method and methodology? This is yes, this is my question to you.
Bhante, the methodology, which means you something to do with the writing style, Bhante. Methodology is something to do with the writing style like in this book mentioned, right? Which means how you write the thesis correctly. So suppose they have the how to write the bibliography, how to write the footnote, how to quote, right? How to write a footnote, or if you quote someone saying, which means you have to mention the from where the resources, right? And then this is have variety of quoting, right? You quoting from someone written in the book, okay? Or you quoting from an article, an article in the collective essay, right? In the book. So the different style, and it's not the same.
Yes,
They have the format for it. Something to do with the format. Like biography, you have to write what is in the alphabet order, and the order name, or the surname, or the title, how you put it correctly, right? And that one is according to the method they use. Like here, suppose in MLA they use different style. Like Chicago, they write different style, not the same. But whatever style they write is all correct. It's all correct according to their style. So you all accepted by the academic research institute. So, but you have to mention that I'm writing using the MLA style, or I'm writing using the Chicago style, right? That is methodology.
Yeah, it's a methodology.
And the method is different. Suppose you do with like historical method, or analytical method, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the difference between the method and methodology. In the analytical method, you need to have the proof, right? Proof. When you analyze something, you have to find out some proof to support your analyze. Suppose this is very important. Suppose you one method, I always use the analytical method because I like to analyze the thing, right? I don't know, it's become the habit. So suppose they said here in Sri Lanka, they totally reject the Abhidhamma. They only accept because they said Dhamma Vinaya. The Dhamma is Sutta and Vinaya, right? Some they accept, but not all. So that's why here is very good in Sutta reading, Sutta study. From young already study Dhammapada and all the Sutta. They know very well, right? So I'm trying to when I start accepting the invitation to be a lecturer in Sri Jayawardenapura, I have one request that I also mentioned in the conference when Sado Dhammasami held in 2017, I think, in Nebido. I suggest Bhante Vichitradhammo that should introduce the Abhidhamma teaching in the BA class, and we go deeper so that the Abhidhamma can be developed into the academic subject recognized by all the on the syllabus of university, right? So start from the time I teach, normally they give me the Abhidhamma class. So why? Because I want to introduce the Abhidhamma more to the student here. Because through the Abhidhamma, we can know the mind well and we can practice and improve in the study. But to make them, to persuade them to believe in Abhidhamma is the real teaching of Buddha. So you have to analyze and give the proof. Suppose they said Abhidhamma is just later development. So you have to give the proof. You analyze the fact in all the canonical text to show them that Abhidhamma is already mentioned from the beginning. Suppose how you have to analyze the fact, right? So this is you use the analytical method. Like if you study the Vinaya, right? The Vinaya in the Vinaya because they mention Dhamma and Vinaya. Suppose the student here or the Sangha here, they believe in Dhamma Vinaya, they said don't have the Abhidhamma. So you have to find out that the Abhidhamma is having inside the Vinaya, the word Abhidhamma is there. So where? So you have to find, because Vinaya is the earliest text, right? So they you have to find the fact to prove for that. So you have to tell them in Sutta Pachitiya, 95, suppose, right? In Sutta Pachitiya, in Vinaya, Sutta Pachitiya, in Sangha, in Fikuni, Fiku rule only 92 Sutta Pachitiya, but in Fikuni there is 95 Sutta Pachitiya. So the difference is on the 50, the rule 59, the rule 94, and the rule 95 is all dealing with the mistake of the Fikuni behavior, right? So in there is the rule 95. I think you are very good in this Vinaya, much better than us. So in the rule 95 it states that the Fikuni, when they request the Sangha to ask the question on Suttanta, if they ask something regarding to Abhidhamma, right? They commit the Sutta Pachitiya offense. So the word Abhidhamma is there, right? In the Vinaya itself, right?
Yeah.
So that is the proof. You analyze the Sutta Pachitiya and then you find out the proof. But here is a very regarding to the word Abhidhamma is mentioned by the Buddha in the Vinaya Sutta Pachitiya.
No. Yes, now Sayala, now yes, I am seeing. I see that you are focusing on the method, how to approach our thesis on the.
So let me tell you all this first, huh? You give the proof like that. You analyze the fact, then you give the proof. That is analytical method. So, and then it's not only that. The method of Abhidhamma is mentioned in the sutta itself. Suppose in the Suttara Sutta, right? The Suttara Sutta in the numerical order. That numerical method is applied in the Abhidhamma itself. So the in Sutta itself it already have the Abhidhamma, right? So something like that, then you can prove that is Abhidhamma is having during the Buddha time, not after that. Just recording after that only. Okay.
Yeah.
Like in Anguttara Nikaya or in Digha Nikaya, the Suttara or Sankiti, it's all mentioned about the quantitatively mentioned the Dhamma, right? So this method is Abhidhamma method. It's something like that. You have to do. Okay.
Okay, another question, please.
Any question?
Yeah, can I ask something?
Yes, why not, Santi?
Yeah. we are grateful you a lot for your valuable suggestion. Let me know consult the working the supervisor because you are really know our problem, what is the thing, what is the scale. Yeah, you really know. It is the truth. Concerning working the supervisor, how to be ready for the guideline. Can you repeat that again, please? This one.
How to be ready for the guideline?
Yes.
How to be ready for the guideline is you have to do literature review. And reading a lot, okay? If you don't do this, you come to me, I have nothing to talk to you.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, you have to do this one first before coming to me as a supervisor, right? Because supervisor is what? It's not the one who assign you to do something. He will adjust what is not sufficient or not correct through your approach, right? So you are the one who master your thesis. He gives the advice only. And as the supervisor, we don't simply talk to anything else because we expect the student have to equip with the literal review. So we do this within when the student, we will do the student when the student have equipped it enough with this one. Okay. One thing. Secondly, you have to show your willingness, your eager, your willingness, your enthusiasm to the work. Because as a teacher, right, I have many students who approach me, but the one who approached me most to ask for a question, of course, you are Putujana, you will be biased. You like him more or you like her more. You know why? Because even the supervisor, the teacher, because we are doing with educational, our work is more on education. So our what the require for the knowledge is still there. So if someone who come with us, bring us the knowledge, we will totally accept and open up to welcome him. So the students who are eager and enthusiastic to come to us, of course, we will take care more.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
So don't be hesitating.
We are all of the
supervisor.
We are all of the Purusana, but Ria is the Ria Wasa.
Huh?
We are all of the Purusana, but Ria Wasa is the Ria. Do you know what I mean?
I cannot get what you said.
Yeah, you said that we are all of the Purusana, but Ria Wasa is the Ria.
Noble man.
He's making joke. He's getting you.
He is saying that we are all Putusana, but Venerable Riyawansa, who is taking the responsibility, moderator.
Pante, please don't mention it here because it is very personal and not relevant to my work here.
Yeah, thank you.
It's not the joking play here, okay?
Yeah.
You can tell me anytime when we meet, but not here because you have respect. You have to respect other audience also.
Okay.
That's why I don't understand why I try to listen to you. But actually, it's not need to be joke here.
Right.
Yeah.
Good.
Forgive me. Sorry, and please forgive me for saying so.
Yes.
What I mean is we are Putujana, which means we have on the common sense. Common sense. What I mean is common sense, which means you will come to me oftenly. I naturally develop the liking to you to your enthusiasm, right?
Yeah.
That is what I mean. The Putujana. We have common sense, right?
Yeah.
Hello,
you are right.
I want to know something.
You are right.
Yeah. Pante?
Hello?
Yes, Pante.
Yes, I want to ask something.
Bante, if anyone else who have the questions, so give a chance to them. Because equally chance here. Because we don't have much time, one thing, and secondly, my computer is almost battery flat, Bante. So we can meet openly now, Bante Vichila. We can have time to discuss, okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for
Yeah.
sharing your knowledge.
Yeah.
You
Thank you,
share
thank
so
you.
many things. I see your kindness.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you, Bante.
You
Tara.
share. Okay.
Now is it?
Tara.